Thanks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going. And the attic door, too.
Attic door, yes. It's actually an entire building, believe it or not, that they call it the attic door.
Ah, it is.
So, there you go. 9/11, they say, never forget. That's the mantra, right? Never forget what is my question. Let me pose that to you first. What should we never forget?
Wow. I don't know if I have a good answer. I mean, I don't even know if I have an answer.
Well, I know what their answer is.
Okay. 12/7. When 9/11 happened, I came out with a bumper sticker that said, "Remember 12/7." You know what 12/7 is?
Yes.
What's 12/7?
Wait.
No.
Was that D-Day? Or was that
December 7th?
Right, 1942.
Yeah.
Oh, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Sorry, I had to remember the right one. I knew where you were going with that, but I was like,
all right.
That was Pearl Harbor, right?
Pearl Harbor, 12/7. My sister's birthday. That's how I know.
All right.
All right. So the point is, I think these dates are thrown out there as like, we'll never forget. Maybe a generation will not forget. Only the historians or the historian files are going to remember these dates. And frankly, what does it mean? Don't forget? I don't even know.
We're not supposed to forget that. I don't think it's about dates, right? Honestly, never forget. It's not about the dates. It's about the people that died in the Twin Towers.
Okay.
Never forget. So it's about that. It's also about the attack. Here's my issue. What I see people posting now with 9/11, never forget. It's the fallen, yes, the firefighters and people that died on 9/11. But it's also from the people that hate foreign countries, that hate foreigners. And there was a lot of foreign hate after 9/11. There was this nationalism that came out that USA, we were attacked, we're better, now we have to go beat somebody up. And I feel like that's part of that message of never forget.
Well, I mean, we just got out of a 20-year war, the longest war we've ever been in.
Yeah, after attacking a country that didn't attack us. And we basically terrorized that country and killed upwards of 50,000 civilians in those 20 years for a country that did not attack us.
So don't forget.
That's what I don't want to forget. That's what I want people not to forget.
The whole building.
But we're going to forget that part. We've already had.
Yeah, the whole hearts and minds, nation building, really. Nation building.
That was an excuse.
Wait a minute. Why don't we nation build our nation? I mean, we got infrastructure.
That takes work.
Yes.
And we can't pay all the defense contractors all that money then. We would pay real Americans, right? We would actually pay people to build bridges and roads and Wi-Fi and all those things, and it would not go to defense contractors.
Right.
So.
Okay. So what are we not forgetting? We're not forgetting the people that have fallen. The ones that died.
So we're not supposed to forget the people that died.
Okay.
Got it. I'm cool with that. We should not forget those folks at all.
Okay.
Very brave people, victims that were already in the towers. But I think we should also not forget what we did for the 20 years after.
We
lost 3,000 people. We killed 50,000 civilians.
Right.
In another country without cause.
And also.
I think we shouldn't forget that.
Right. So I mean, okay. So basically, what are the lessons that we have learned? What did we learn from this?
Lessons.
Have we learned anything?
I don't think we've learned any lessons. No. Overall, have we learned? I don't think we've learned.
You think we're going to repeat this again?
Absolutely.
Really?
We did it in Vietnam. We repeat it now. Why not do it again? Why not take our American nationalism, our American exceptionalism, and go try and fix the world, go put our will onto the world. That's what we do.
Really?
We're imperialists.
Okay. So that you're saying that our brand, the American brand, which the American brand is still
It's arrogance. That's the American.
all right. The American brand is still number one in the world, more than likely.
In what?
Well,
In what?
maybe in GDP.
In GDP, maybe. I don't know where China is anymore. Maybe. We're definitely number one in defense spending.
All right.
We're number one in mass shootings, for sure, 100%. We're number one in gun violence as far as people killed by guns and police killing civilians. We're number one by far. We're 100 times number two. And I'm talking Western civilized countries.
Right. I get it. Okay. All right. So
we are number one in some things. I'm not sure which one we should be proud of.
okay. I forgot your point. I forgot the point I was going to make about.
You said we're number one. We should be proud of that, right? American exceptionalism.
Okay, it's American exceptionalism is in the point that I'm making, and that is we do have an American exceptionalism mentality. However, we are not the leader of the world anymore, or we're close to not being the leader of the world anymore. So that exceptionalism is, I mean, I'm sure England had it back pre-1944. Before
Absolutely.
that, Greece had it. Before that, Roman had it. Before that, Persia might have had it. Turkey might have had it. Istanbul. So China had it way back. So the point is that exceptionalism, the mentality may stay the same. However, the country definitely does change.
Right, because nothing breeds failure like success. So get to a point where you get so arrogant, you start smelling your own farts. You know, like it's an ego thing, right? We have far more ego than we have prowess. We can beat people up. We're a bully. We can physically beat people up, economically beat people up. By people, I mean other countries. But that doesn't make us better, doesn't make us righter, and it actually doesn't make us good.
Okay.
So maybe that's the lesson from 9/11 is never forget that there's more to this world than just us. That we're not always right, and maybe we shouldn't be imposing our will on others.
I'd like to explore this exceptionalism idea.
Okay.
At some point, this exceptionalism is going to leave our country.
So exceptionalism is in our psyche. It's not
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah, you're right. So
we're teaching this. We're teaching every generation how great America is. That's what's in the history books here. It's not full history.
Okay, let's look at history about the countries. They did it too in England.
Absolutely.
They did it in Germany, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Of course. So my point is that exceptional. I mean, you can be told it. After a while, the reality is something that's totally different.
Yeah. And maybe at some point we'll come to grips with it. But in the meantime, we're going to do a lot of damage. And we're not giving ourselves a chance to change it. Because if we always think we're the best, we won't look at our faults. We won't try and improve on things where we could improve. And that's a death sentence right there.
Because okay.
There's nothing to fix.
Okay, so let's go back to this 20-year war that we just finished. This 20-year war, we fell. The 20-year.
Oh, I already forgot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Afghanistan. Sorry. See how quickly this stuff had just gone.
All right. So this war,
Yes.
we fell on our faces many times. I mean, from when we got into it in 2001, and I mean throughout it, and putting more soldiers in and more coming back dead, and so we fell on our faces. And the exceptionalism of America, the American exceptionalism, was tarnished during this 20 years.
Supposed to a certain extent. I mean, with me, it has been. I grew up, America was the best. That's what I was taught, and that's what I believed. I didn't know any better. But the shine's off the apple for me, for sure, and I'm sure with other people. This kind of gets the difference between patriotism and nationalism too. Nationalism is American exceptionalism. Patriotism is looking at the faults and trying to make it better because you actually love the country. And I think that's kind of the divide we're seeing here. We're seeing these nationalists calling themselves patriots, and then we're seeing the patriots trying to figure out, holy crap, we need to fix this before it's too late and it breaks.
Right. I'm Banks.
Oh, gosh.
We are Odd Places going.
Right.
Boom. Pep, I'm going to try something.